Hi, Parcells Middle School. This is the second podcast on Jacksonian democracy. This is going to focus on political parties and how they're different and yet perhaps a little bit similar. These political parties ultimately came to be two distinct groups as a result of them splitting in the election of 1828. The Republican Party, which is otherwise known as the GOP, seen down here, this is the original party, and that's why it's called the Grand Old Party. And this is really the original beliefs of Andrew Jackson. They believe in a militia, they believe in an educated leadership, state power, and really, to summarize, they want small government. Now, the new party, this is the political party of Andrew Jackson. And the Democratic Party, the brains behind it, as we said in previous podcasts, was this individual over here, Martin Van Buren. Now, this is ultimately the People's Party, the party of the common man. And this party has some actual Federalist beliefs of old: big government, big military, presidential power. But this group wants everyone involved. And if we go down here at the bottom, they want to get people involved. They want people to vote. And they're after everybody having sort of this fair chance to succeed. This is the idea of that rags to riches of Andrew Jackson, of everybody working hard and succeeding. These political parties ultimately came to have symbols. And the first time a symbol was actually used was to make fun of Andrew Jackson. And it was a donkey. And the donkey, otherwise known as, yes, this, was actually used to make fun of him because he was immensely stubborn, like a donkey is. But Andrew Jackson, rather than get offended, actually took this upon himself and he started to use it as the symbol. Well, later on in American history, this first cartoon from 1837, eventually a cartoonist, Thomas Nast, reused the donkey seen here, and the donkey's kicking this sleeping lion. And then later on, he will use another cartoon. You'll notice the donkey is pretending to be the king of the jungle, a lion, but that lion cannot get past the Republican vote, which is the elephant. And thus you end up with, forever, the elephant being the Republican Party and the donkey. Now, this is a Venn diagram of the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, and it's sort of a way for us to get a look at what these two sides stand for. First of all, no formal education. This falls under the Andrew Jackson Democratic Party belief. Plantation owner, they were both plantation owners. State power, that goes under one of the main ideas of the GOP, and of course, GOP stands for Grand Old Party. Both men were lawyers. The Hermitage was the name of the plantation of Andrew Jackson, and Monticello, the plantation name of Jefferson's. Big government, this is Andrew Jackson's party. Frontier lawyer, Andrew Jackson. Educated at the College of William and Mary, that would be Thomas Jefferson. A educated leadership, well, obviously, that would be Thomas Jefferson. Born in Waxhaw, South Carolina, Jackson. Born into poverty in a log cabin, Andrew Jackson. Favors campaigning, a strong national government. Expansion of land would be something that both would want. Favors a national bank. Eventually it would be the Republican Party or the Whigs, but at first it was not either. Against the national bank, Andrew Jackson. Against campaigning. Small government. Against slavery or for slavery. We're going to put this in the middle because both sides had both ideas of that. The common man, overwhelmingly Jackson. A horse breeder. Gentry, which is a term which means a elite, educated group that really looks after all people in our country. Born into wealth, Andrew was Thomas Jefferson. The People's Party, the Democrats. Born in Virginia. And lastly,